Hey everyone, Senraikai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 10th episode of a 16-bit sensation, Another Layer. And yeah, last episode, the way it ended off, definitely very significant. Because not only is Konoha back in her own time, but we've done something we haven't done before, and now she's actually starting to meet people in her own time that she met in the past. Not only that, but things are definitely different, right? So, like, the area around her, like, definitely changes have been made, and I do wonder how much that is going to affect things. I do wonder if we're going to get to meet Toya at some point, because she was talking big, as well, like planning to do things, even try to recruit Konoha, but she's a bit of a flake when it comes to work in the past. She never sticks around for long. It doesn't come back until years later when that project's probably already done. So, yeah, not the most reliable employee in that sense, but yeah, definitely some good territory to potentially explore here. Get to see Konoha hang out with Oji-san, Mamoru-kun. Could be a lot of fun there. So let's just kind of jump on in, see how it goes. So, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please click the like button and support me on Patreon for access to the picture-in-picture version. So, let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Hanging in there, Konoha. He even got himself a car. Yeah, but is it Mamoru-kun's body? Is it his soul? I'm not sure that was a dream. Yeah. Sounds terrible. Yeah, come back to reality. It does feel kind of wrong, doesn't it? Seeing him like this, just full on salary man. Look to. Okay, he's got one of those. Matsubara. Shacho. He's turning into such an official businessman, boring adult. I mean, it's been a while. I mean, just yeah. This is literally where I live. Yeah, this is not home right here. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Man, we really did ruin the world, didn't we? What's even the point of living at this point? I mean, Konoha's here, I guess, but what's he talking about? Like a red light district sort of thing, or okay? Saber. Oh my god, that's not even Saber. She's just punching. What the frick did I just look at? Uh, that is not the fate that I know. That is not. That is not fate. I don't know what that is. That is no, just no, no. So much no. I don't have enough no's to give. Just no. I'll find some no's around here somewhere. Maybe they're under the couch, but no matter the no's, it's not enough. I never knew how dangerous time traveling could be. We made a terrible mistake. Mamoru-kun, we got work to do. I feel traumatized after what I just watched there. That not Saber just punching or whatever that was, like. I got more all of my vibes than Saber vibes from that. That's living rent free in my head right now. That everything about that shot of saber. Bubba bubba. Bubba bubba. Bubba bubba. We need to bring Bishoujo otaku culture back, just somehow. I'll give it all I've got. Like if there was ever a battle worth fighting for, it's here. I don't think there is any. Okay, because that's something. But I mean, don't even say it. Kip ups. Just slowly crushing this girl. 35 floors. What are we looking at? Get seriously strong, get fit fast. What am I looking at? I don't. I just. More importantly, what about Alisoft? I'm getting worried now. Okay. Is there a butt coming? Damn, I knew that was it. I knew America was involved. I could tell by the art style. Type Moon Nitro Plus. You gotta be kidding me. It's like if every company it's like what happened to Sony happened to every company, you know. Terrible thing to think about. Oh God. Oh, that hurt me on a spiritual. Oh, I mean, thank God something survived. Oh, that sentence just hurt me so much, though. No one told me this was a horror anime. But I knew Alisoft would be the only thing that could save us. This is not Bishoujo. This is just Western trash. West Coast Western trash. Yeah, this is the incorrect timeline. Watch Steins Gate or something, man. Actually, I know that's what Yuno was about. Thanks for the spoiler. I still haven't read Yuno, but... but this is just depressing. No one told me the show would hurt me like this. Just that sentence. I'm literally dying inside. I don't know if I can make it to the end of the episode. It depends on what more we get. I shouldn't have chosen this as my first thing to react to today. I don't know if I can keep going after this. You know, you know what they say, the scariest type of horror is horror that could happen to you. And, you know, not to get too political, but America is trying to push more and more influence on Japan to ruin it. To ruin otaku culture, to ruin Bishoujo culture, to ruin ecchi culture, to ruin it all. You know, West Coast America specifically. Like, it's that's why this hurts so much, because it's not impossible. Okay. Like, I'm literally shaking right now a little bit. Just do something, please. I don't even want to look at it, man. It's just... It's always a bad thing when America takes notice of something. Nothing good ever comes of it. Is there any place of culture left nearby, just anywhere? A much better place than this, man. It's not even comparable. Hopefully he can go check that out himself. Right. Right. Let's not get too confusing, but... yeah, that's why it's a little bit weird. Since you went back in the normal way, so it can't be more than one timeline. Otherwise, there's some new mechanic. So it must not... Oh, that's a worse way to take it. Oh, don't... Again, don't say that. Do not say that. But yeah, it does mean like there could... Maybe there's not a multiple line theory where it's like, this is our line and now we just gotta fix it. Like, it may be gone, but just temporarily is what I'm trying to say. Kure. Hey, I recognize him, I think. But yeah, the last waltz, we didn't realize how prophetic, whatever that word is, the word last would be. Like prophesizing. The word America is becoming a trigger word for me in this episode. Because I don't know if you've played many, you know... I hate everything about what I'm watching right now. Racing Phobia flower, that sounds about right for American crap. Anyway, what I was saying was, I don't know if you've played many American games that try to have an anime art style, but like it all has that same sort of Western crappy look to it. Just at least most of it does. I've never been so upset watching an anime before. I did not know Konoha would be the true villain that just ruins the world, but we gotta we gotta fix this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh, Toya! I think. I mean, she's older, but... yeah, CEO Toya Yamada. Is just any of the old toy left in her? I mean, is she still fun to talk to, or is she just corporate trash now? I feel for them. Probably not gonna, yeah, be good news. Still shaking. Friendly face in there? Yeah, well, yeah. Think we can get. I mean, usually I would try to comfort you, but you ruined everything, Konoha. Like, I mean, you're not gonna get over that in a day. We have bigger issues to worry about than just alcohol soft. This is not great. None of this is great or even good or even acceptable. Not like this. This is not okay. Talk about some irony there. Is it Alisoft? Please be Alisoft. I need to see something positive here. I'll take anything at this point. Is this an underground Bishojo resistance area? Please tell me that's what it is. Otaku resistance, you know. What are we coming here for? Oh, is this PC98 stuff again? Man never changes. Some fights just can't win. Dude, I got bigger things to worry about. That was gonna happen. Okay, it's not too bad. It kind of does. I mean, you can. The time travel itself definitely had to be a factor if things have changed. Right? Like, you can't go around that. But I do kind of get what he's saying here, though. I mean, make a. Well, I didn't say there's not some positives here, but I'm just saying it's not worth it. Yes. Like, yes. A million times yes. If you saw the old world, you would get it, man. This is no Akiba at all. They don't know any better. I actually do kind of like that picture of her. I mean, it's easy decision for me, but... Oh? Do you have something else to tell us? How much time do I have left? A little bit. So, maybe we'll be able to split into 2 timelines? I guess that's where we're going with this? Oh yeah, comic party again. It's a good choice. Right. We'll bring both histories into existence at once. I mean, you might as well try. What do you have to lose? Should be close enough, though. Finally, there's something to smile about in this episode. I don't get Toya's help. That's not all. I mean, with that many computers, I guess that would help. You know, him never changing is kind of comforting in and of itself. Change it just a little again. We have to try. But that's a great line. You're facing off. Facing off against your past self. A battle for the future. Oh, what a great concept for a plot. For a finale, like, kind of plot. I do kind of... I want to see them in the future. Like, they're obviously going to be a bit more filled out, like, possibly. Original Q. Okay. Okay. I don't even know where to start with this. I don't... Uh, just give me a minute. So last episode, it became clear that Konoha entered a world that is different, not the Akiba she knew, hashtag not my Akiba, right? So I wasn't too worried. I mean, it's like, yeah, it looks a little different, I guess. I mean, it's probably not that big of a deal. No, little did I know that the world basically ended. Like, we came back to a post-apocalyptic world. It's terrifying stuff. Like, otaku-related stuff disappeared from this town ages ago. Just there were so many individual lines in this episode that were like individual bullets stabbing through me. A few of which were not even bullets; they were just like if you shoot someone and like a bullet enters them and it blows up while inside of you. That's what a few of the lines were, for sure. Like uh, oh yeah, let me go back to the fate thing real quick. That was pretty early on in the episode, isn't it? Because we got a reaction from Konoha. I knew she was looking at something weird or shocking or terrible. By the way, this discussion portion is probably going to be really long. So, you bear with me if you want to watch it. But yeah. Because, I mean, you can tell pretty clearly this was some kind of faith thing up here. And of course, I mentioned heroic spirits, and for sure you know at that point. And then we just see Saber. America's #1 hit game is finally being released in Japan. Even that line was a fairly painful one. And then we see her bringing her fist back, charging it up like she's All Might about to punch you. Right? Like electricity flowing through it as she punches the camera. Fake Gears of Order. Fake Gears of Order. Obviously, it's supposed to be Fate Grand Order, Gears, I'm not even sure what the word gears come from. Maybe Gears of War, I guess. But man, she couldn't believe what she was looking at. Then she holds up her phone, because of course she has Fate Grand Order on her phone. But then we take a look at it. Musta. Welcome back, Ascension Stage, Switch Display, Help, Story, Character Material. The bottom was kind of covered by the menu button, but maybe I can still read it. Just item something, I don't know. Big shot of the earth behind her. But like, that is not Saber. Just, like, I know there's multiple Sabers, Red Saber, Saber of Red and all that, but that is no Saber. That is no Saber. And that was what we ended up on before we got our opening. But, yeah. Just Akiba's dead, basically. Like, everything that should be here is not here. We get to see some magazines. Again, we got a great look from Konoha. I'm going to have trouble finding a thumbnail for this episode. But, you see this one? Oh, yeah, that is the first time we see the word Q. I didn't really know that's what it was, but... yeah, it's just right there. The future of interactive entertainment gets seriously strong. Muscle meals for a body like this. Get fit fast. Fate Gears. Like, they all have Q on them. That girl, I swear that's supposed to be the uniform from High School of the Dead. Yeah, future of interactive entertainment still says a lot of... He's back. Boost your strength. Yeah. A lot of strength-related stuff here. Do you see because there's more magazines. I don't think we see the cover of the other ones, though. Because there's one below that, but I can't quite make out what the... because I just see what looks like a little bit of purple hair, and the word arms. They have more of the similar kind of stuff. But, like, I can't... if it's supposed to be a character... because it frustrates me we can't see the other 3 magazines below it. But this is just muscle stuff. Because that's what America is, right? Just muscle, I guess. I don't know what the idea is there. But yeah, he says Alcohol Soft is in the US now. I want to find the Alisoft line again. Because at the time, I barely paid attention to it because I was, like, breaking down at the time. But this is an important part of the episode, so I do want to kind of go through this again. Yeah, American corporations happen to take notice. And the game's development got moved there. And yeah, the first thing that came to mind when I read this was Sony, right? Because there was a whole thing with Sony like moving its headquarters to California or whatever. So basically, it kind of ceased being a Japanese company and just became an American company. And they were in just censorship was just rampant because just adapting those West Coast American San Francisco values, which is basically just woke values, you know, just maximum level prudishness, you know, just everything that goes along with that, you know. But basically just completely destroying the company, right? Sony's called Sony a lot for a reason. People are jumping ship, just not it's just not a company worth supporting anymore, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. And but it does give you a bit of a glimpse of what would happen if this were to happen. More and more companies decide we're not a Japanese company, we're a world company in America, California, San Francisco, West Coast. That is the center of the world where its values should be the world's values, and just wrap its evil claws all over the world until the world is basically indistinguishable from that portion of the world, right? Because that's basically what's happening with social media companies for the most part, because they have influence all over the world, so they can just say, well, this is our values, and if you don't like it, you get banned. So, you know, it's a terrible, terrible thing that's happening there. But I don't want to go on too much of a tangent, but like that is why this episode was so terrifying to watch, because you see it, like just more and more companies, Japanese companies, the bigger ones, like, I don't know, Capcom, just any kind of really big company, you're just getting more and more woke, going for the ESG score, making complete trash because they want to be more inclusive and all that, even though it's just making games for nobody that nobody likes. They just sell worse and worse, and they get worse and worse, and it's just a horrible thing that's happening right now. And this episode really just kind of shined a light on that concept pretty hardcore. But yeah, continuing the scene now. And then he name drops a bunch of other companies that I like. I mean, Elf I'm not super familiar with, or Aqua Plus, but Type Moon, obviously they made Fate. I've read Fate Stay Night. I've read Tsukihime. I imported the Tsukihime remake for Switch. I haven't played it yet, but I did import it from Japan to get all the fancy goodies. Natural Plus, I've played multiple Natural Plus games. I played Sai no Uta way back in the day, like talking like 2014 or earlier. There's Sai no Uta, Steins Gate, I believe, was Natural Plus. What else? Totono. That one's Nitro Plus. Just to name a few. There might be a couple I'm kind of forgetting that were Nitro Plus, but yeah, Nitro Plus also makes a lot of good stuff. There's plenty of other stuff that I haven't read from them that I definitely want to, right? Like Tokyo Necro, I think that's Nitro Plus too. I also want to play that, but yeah, Type Moon and Nitro Plus, yeah, they definitely are companies I would not want to lose like that. And one of the best things about Eroge, you know, as a thing, is that by its very nature of having the H content, it's not mainstream really. Like, visual novels have not really become mainstream. They're more so than they've ever been, of course, right? Because I remember back when visual novels weren't even allowed on Steam at all. But now that's definitely not the case. But they're still, by their nature of having the H content mostly, of being much more of a time sink than something like, you know, anime. I don't think it's ever going to meet that anime level of mainstreamness, which is definitely a good thing, right? So yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that too much, but definitely something to be concerned with. Los Angeles Alliance. I know Alisov was mentioned somewhere in this. I'm gonna find it, but yeah, this part here I think is what more than anything was the first like fatal shot to me. Nowadays, the Bishoujo of the world come from the U.S. West Coast. I don't have the words to describe to you how much that hurt to read. Like, you ever just read something and you feel like you lost something, like something went inside of you, tore something up, and it just fell out your ear. Like, I don't have the words for it. I hated everything about that sentence I read. It hurt me in a way I didn't think I could be hurt. Oh, we do get to see a deep purple hair chick here a little bit. And here we go. This is the line. And because it was so poorly placed, because I had just read the previous line that killed me. Straight up killed me. So I was still reeling from that. And then they throw the Alisoft thing at me, so I barely could pay attention to it. But yeah, Alisoft is just about the only big player still left in Japan. It's almost like I got shot, gushing blood, and someone took a Band-Aid, slapped it over it. It's not enough to really stop the bleeding, but it held back the blood at impressive amounts to just barely keep you alive to where you may be able to get to a hospital in time, right? That's how I would describe the Alisoft line, being right after that one, right? So maybe it was well placed in that sense. But man, Alisoft, that's my favorite Aeroget company. Seeing that they were still kicking is good to hear. Because I think you even heard something about like Illusionsoft shutting down or changing it or something like that, right? And they put out a lot of great stuff too. Obviously, that's a little bit of a different thing than like regular visual novels, but still, they represent like a Japan Aeroget kind of company that would never, probably never existed in America. I still remember way back in the day the drama over one of their games. But I'm not going to get into that here. But just, yeah, it was definitely, it was great seeing the word Alisoft there. It definitely helped a lot. So you're saying this is what Bishoujo look like now. So yeah, I mean, we got to that scene. But yeah, basically, yeah, just... America found out about this whole Bishoujo thing. They decided to use it for profit and ruined it in the process. Sound about right to anyone? And now the world is horrible. But so, I mean, what more? I think I've said most of what I wanted to say on the episode already, and I haven't even got really halfway through the episode as far as skimming through it goes. There's self-driving taxi, which was cool. We got Mamoru-kun trying to figure out the timeline stuff, trying to figure out what we could do here. Very important to do that. And no, yeah, the other the other scene was, the Afro guy. Like, that was another, I don't even know if I want to go through this one slowly as well or not, but I should. Yeah, I think it starts around about here. Over in the US, they call this game the OC. I thought that meant original content, but apparently not. And he even pronounced it as Oshi, like in like an Oshi, Watashi no Oshi. But apparently it stands for original Q. And then he, explains it to her. Q, you see, stands for cute. I guess it's supposed to mirror the whole saying kawa instead of kawaii. Like, like you would sometimes with the what's the word, kimo kawa, which is like cute, creepy cute. Like, I don't know how to describe that, but I assume that's kind of what they're trying to parallel here. It's a little hard to explain. Yeah, because I think this was about when I was just starting to really, truly break down. Just I kind of reached my limit. Where he's explaining to a Japanese girl about this cute culture vocabulary that comes from America. But then she compares it to moe, which, I guess that works too. It's not the abbreviation thing there, because I don't think moe is an abbreviation of anything, really. But I guess it's supposed to be used in a similar way. And then we get this here, the progress, because this is the other thing I wanted to look at again, the progress of ever-evolving Q games. This is a timeline of games from this world. 2023, Womankind Final Mission. Yeah, that sounds like a game that would come out of America. Fate Gears of Order. Racing Q Girls. The Goddess of Love. Top Star Meikazu. Top Star Makers. See, wait, that's not the name of the game that Toya made, is it? Or is it something else? I know I heard a game that had stars in it or something. Something About You. Bomber Build. Kawaii no Mori Raki Happy. And that one actually doesn't sound too bad. Possibility Theory. Koi Pum Pum. I mean, it doesn't sound awful. Die, went too far. 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 Went too Magia Snow. Sure. Mahotsukai to Fu... how does that pronounced? Something no hana. It's a type of flower, so... I never said my Japanese was perfect. So, Mahotsukai's magician, so basically mage and something flower. I might look that up real quick. It's not that important. I'll do it later. But, I try this one more time. Okay, if her finger's kind of... why is her finger gotta be in the way? So I guess I'm not gonna be able to see past her finger. So, okay, so he just says no work at the end of it, but... see, this one's also a little bit hard to read. It's something no hime kishi, like a princess knight. First word, I'm not sure. The kanji for large. Maybe I think that's daiteikoku. That might be it. Daiteikoku no hime kishi wa no work. Hard to know what that one's about. I guess just, I assume just we just have heroines that are just, yeah, princesses. I don't know. But I think the last one was called Audition. But yeah, Phobia Flower. So it does keep going down, so I shouldn't skip. Audition, Moto Tori. That's a P, that's a P, okay. Toripuru Hato 2. So more Triple Heart 2. That's fine. Phobia Flower. Like I said, that definitely sounds like an American game. Because if you've been on, like, Western American Twitter, they like to call people various phobes or ists, That's a big thing there. But 2007, Clemitis, and then another many kanji word. Something daisuki. Okay, it's the same word twice. Shugi. I don't know. Still skip it. This next one's just called Present, with obviously dots in between all the letters. F, fa, den, fa, to. Fight. Okay, that's a different word. F, fa, den, fighto. Not really sure what that one means, but... Batoru Royaru Mitai na Shima. Wow. Okay, I get the reference on that one. That's a reference to Nukitashi. I'm pretty sure. Like, it's gotta be, right? I mean, it came out... Plus, it's in 2003. That came out way before the Nukitashi. But that title, the whole Mitai na Shima, that's gotta be a Nukitashi reference. It has to be. There's no way it's not. Okay, one more. See, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but that first word means like not wilted, unwilted. Sakura to tampo. Sakura is obviously the sakura petals, the cherry blossoms. Tampopo is I want to say the, what's it called in English? The thing that you blow on it and it spreads around. I wish I could remember the word, but yeah, basically those flowers that don't wilt or whatever. Unwilting. I never claimed to be a translator. Is there one below it? It just cuts off, like, I can only say about half of it before it cuts off. Maybe I should be very careful. I'm gonna do this frame by frame to not go too far. Okay. See. Yeah, I told you the discussion portion would be a lot because there was a lot to... Okay. I think the last one's a Grisaia reference. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's too hard to be able to get a good look at it. I'm going to give up on that. But still, like, we definitely got a lot of titles there. There's probably some of the references that I didn't get. But yeah, some were definitely references that I did get. But either way, just, yeah. I'm glad we got a big old timeline for reference there on how things have went. I kind of wish you went opposite, but like from oldest to newest. I kind of wish we did that instead, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, Shooting Stars. Oh yeah, I guess it was the name of the company. Fair enough. But we didn't get to, I guess we didn't get to see Toei. We didn't get to interact with her, but maybe next time. But yeah, obviously, Konoha very upset about the situation, blaming herself, but Amoto-kun trying to make her feel better, and I definitely get where he's coming from, right? Even if Konoha's actions were the start of that. You can't put the whole thing on her, because even if that's like, even if it causes a bit of a ripple effect, the ripple itself is not. It has its own free will, right? Companies still had to make decisions that they felt benefited them, and those decisions you could always say no to. So it took a lot of decisions from a lot of different people and corporations and everything to get to where we are now. You can't put all that onto Konoha's shoulders, right? So I didn't really think about that too much at the time, so I am glad Mamoto-kun gave us that perspective, because, yeah, that's definitely true. I was definitely being too harsh on Konoha. I was getting emotional. I can't do that to Konoha. But either way, it is up to her to fix it, because she's the only one that can, and that put us on a new path. She's gonna make a great game, make it like a branching path, a good path, battling against the old Konoha. That's trying to do the same thing but is failing, right? So that's such a great idea for a plot. That's just a great idea, really, in general. Like, I talk about how much this episode hurt me, and that's true. But like, it was a great episode. This is a great show. Like, it's willing to tackle things that not everyone is. Willing to go places. Willing to tell a very unpredictable, interesting, compelling, very relevant to real life story, and then just with a really likable main female character. All sorts of twists and turns you don't expect, and yeah, this really is most likely going to be my anime of the season. It's hard to imagine anything beating this, right? There is some good stuff this season, don't get me wrong. But like, I think as far as like, original stuff, first season stuff, like, you can't beat 16-bit sensation another layer. This is just really, really good stuff. So, it's sad to think about it. A lot of people probably are going to just pass this up because it didn't really jump out at people as being something that needed to be watched, but I'm definitely glad I watched it, and it is really good stuff that more people should really check out. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I don't even want to think about how long this recording's been. I could probably check. Okay, 47 minutes is actually not as bad as I was expecting. But either way, we're going to call it here. So just remember, Alisoft is the hero that we need. Please support them as best you can. Like, I know they're really focused on their gacha game, which I don't really play it, even though there is some rant stuff there, technically. I have played it a little bit, to check it out. I did get Satella from the Rants games, which I liked a lot, but like, just, I don't like gacha games. They're just, everything about them is opposite to me. Like, it feels like a job where you just have to check on it every day to make sure you're not falling behind or missing out on things. Like, it just really capitalizes on fear of missing out and all that, and just, yeah, I'm not a big fan of their focus on gacha games, but they're certainly not the only Arrow Get company that's delved into gacha as an attempt to save themselves. But like, Alisoft, I know they lost a lot of great staff, but they should still be able to put out good stuff. Dona was great. That was the most recent Alisoft game that I've played that I really liked. I know the Rants series just ended, which is really sad. Like, Rants was by far my favorite thing from them, but in the most recent game they put out, I wasn't really interested in. That was more of a MILF kind of target demographic, which is not me. But I am hoping that whatever they come out with next is good, that it appeals to me. So I'm hoping for that. So just support Alisoft. They are the final line of defense. They are the warrior that will protect Japan from the encroaching West. They are our saviors. They are the unsung heroes. So yeah, just hashtag Alisoft for life. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.